Hey lovies, this is Michelle here at Life Mantra Tarot. I hope that you guys are doing great. Happy Monday. Hope that you guys had a nice weekend. I hope that you stayed as warm as you could. I know like in some places, especially here like in the Northeast, in the States, it's been crazy, crazy weather. So between snow and like not like a lot of snow, but like snow, really crazy negative zero wind chills and things like that. So yeah, hopefully you guys are trying to stay warm and all that good stuff. So with all that said, welcome. Like I said, hey girl, hey, what's up? Love you. um, so I'm trying something different that I've never done on here before. So I have to I'm hoping that I can do it from the computer. I have to pin a comment for the emojis that we will be picking. This is a pick an emoji reading. So I have some decks out for four different emojis. And based on what you pick, that should be the energy kind of surrounding what's going on with you at this time. And if it's not, then you can always like tap into the other ones at a later time or whatever. But the premise is going to be to see what your energy is looking like. So with that said, I am going to try to pin a comment from the computer. Hopefully it works. um I think I might be all right. So bear with me because like I said, I haven't done it like this before. Something different. All right, so bear with me, friends. My apologies. Okay, I think that's good. All right, got it. So if you guys pick of those four emojis there, what should happen is, hold on one second, like not hear myself on my computer at the same time. Yes, you pick the emoji, and then I will be doing a reading based on the stuff that you pick. So because this is a collective message, how to work is I will do a message for that little swirly heart thing up there first. Then the next one will be for that lotus flower. The next one will be for the star, and then the next one will be for the feather. So if you stay on here, you'll get to see what your message is. If you do not decide to stay on, no big deal. What I'll do is I'm going to do timestamps so that you can always watch at a later time. I know some people like let's say if you pick the feather and that's the last one, you're gonna be like, fuck, I don't want to wait that long. Understood. But you could always, still chill out and, watch the other readings and stuff, see if this is your vibe, if you're like a new person, coming in and stuff like that. So yeah. Hi, Lioness. Hi, Eamon. I hope you guys are all doing great. Don't mind me. I just have my little Saint Germain and Prosecco going on over here. It's good stuff. All right. So let's get started. I already cleansed the energy and all of that stuff. So we are going to start with the swirly hearts. So anybody who picked the swirly hearts, let's get started with your reading. So the way I'm going to do this is for each group. I'm going to start with an oracle card that I felt guided to pick. And then we are going to look into that energy with like a recent past energy, current and incoming energy, and an affirmation to close it out. And then at the very end of this whole thing, the plan is to also do like a collective message for those of you who do happen to stick around. I probably should also get a pen and paper so I can do timestamps. 1 second. I have it right over here. I still got my work clothes on. I got my badge. All right. I got a random piece of mail that I just got from outside. Timestamps. Swirly hearts. That way I can write that down for you guys for if you want to watch at a later time, or people watching at a later time in general. All right. Excuse me. So, okay, swirly heart crew. Let's start with you. So for your reading, I felt guided to start off with the Shaman's Dream Oracle. So let's see what's going on with the swirly hearts. And if the messages are resonating as I deliver the messages, let me know in the comments. And even if you don't pick like that certain emoji, don't think that like the message is automatically not for you. You might still get something out of it. So let's see what's going on with the swirly crew. All right, when I split the deck, we have, ooh, I like these. We have the Farther Gate, Bold Step Forward, along with Sky Dancer, Surrender. I like it. So it's kind of giving me like, taking a leap of faith in a new direction. Kind of giving like the Fool energy. I pity the Fool. So Swirly Hearts, you guys are starting at about, let's say 7:37. Actually, let's go back a little bit. Like, let's say like 7:30. That way. All right, Spirit. What does the Swirly Heart crew need to know at this time for their highest good? Let's get an overall energy of what's going on with the Swirly Hearts, and then we'll look into some tarot for them as well. Clearest and most accurate messages, please, and thank you. Sky Bridge, possibility for union. Interesting. Let's get one more from here. That can mean a lot of different things. That can mean like going towards love. I mean, it makes sense because I felt drawn to the swirly hearts. So it could be a love reading for some of you. And repairing the veil, forgiveness. So ironically, when I had saw the possibility for union, I almost said reunion. I don't know if you guys caught that. I said re, and then I just like stopped what I said, and then I held a space in my my tone or my verbiage, and then I said union. I like pulled back on that, but for some of you it could be that. Interesting. Like I said, we're gonna see something. And also, like I said, take the messages as they resonate. We have empty well, time to replenish. So a lot of you guys really need to like take care of your physical vessel. For those of you who are resonating with the whole, you picked up the swirly heart emoji. I'm also getting maybe oneness with yourself, learning how to forgive yourself. I just picked up on that too. It could be that you might have went through like a karmic cycle, fortune's wheel, but it says luck and right timing, but it was in the reverse. So I am getting, for somebody who ends up resonating with this, it could be that you're moving on past something that you might have wanted at one time, and you're kind of reuniting with self. Hmm. Perfect storm, the courage to step into life. It says into life, but you know what, my eye was fixating on that life part, but I saw self. Like it was highlighted in my mind's eye and it said self. So that's very, very, very interesting. Hmm. All right. So, hey, April, how are you? All right. So let's see what's going on with you guys with the, oh, what's this? Oh, that was on the bottom. It's like, hey, an extra card randomly. That happened to me the other day. I was doing a reading for myself, and a card from another deck was in another deck, and I was like, whoa. And I was like, and the card was so fitting at the time. I was like, Spirit knew exactly what they were doing. They're like, we're gonna purposely make sure that this girl sees this card for herself at some point. Put it on a deck. It ain't supposed to even be there. Oh, side note, guys, I just got this really nice smelling candle from this Walgreens. I usually do Yankee Candle or like whatchamacallit, like Bath and Body Works candles, but it was $8. I was like, fuck it, why not? I was there. It smells really good. Guava and mandarin. Oh, it smells so nice. All right, Spirit. I'm like, let me. I love like all the smell goods. I like fabric refresheners and all that stuff, and candles, incense, oils. Especially like after you like clean your home, it's like, oh, this is so nice. It's so refreshing. That's what we deserve, right? So, creating our own sanctuary. I don't know why I'm saying all that. Why am I sharing all that? But, I am getting this energy of somebody maybe within this group of people needing to like do something like that for themselves. The tower, yeah, things fell down. Things things fell down, and like this is a time right now of rebuilding. Excuse me, restructuring is also what I just heard. High Priestess. Some of you guys might have some spiritual gifts, or just really, really intuitive, or they want you to start learning how to follow your intuition more. Yeah, I think some of you guys might be feeling kind of weak with the strength card in the reverse in the middle. So, don't lose hope. Don't lose sight on what it is that you're meant to do at this time, which at this time, I'm actually more so getting that this is about repairing your relationship with self after a period of feeling maybe neglect and pain and, her suffering. It's going to look different for everybody. So this is giving me like, a healing journey for somebody. All right. So let's get recent past for the Swirly Heart crew. What's going on with them? Got really warm all of a sudden. I was freezing a little while ago, like freezing. I was like, God damn. Every room I went into, I'm like, damn, I feel like my fucking fingers are gonna fall off. And I'm like, I ain't putting this heat past 80, so that shit cost me damn much. You guys gonna have to put on layers. We got the Three of Wands here as the recent past. So it's giving me this energy of you guys removing yourself from situations that no longer serve you, putting things behind you and leaving it there. And the thing is, with that choice came some sacrifice, and you're just trying to kind of figure out how to navigate that. Yeah, you put a lot of time and energy, effort into something with the Seven of Pentacles here. So that can be, I heard the word vexing. I haven't used that word personally in a long time. I used to use that word all the time. I'm vexed. But that's what I just heard. It's vexing at times, right? Yeah, and it's like, it's also vexing having to go into hermit mode, especially when you don't actually want to do it. But it's time to do the work, right? It's in the reverse for that past energy, because this is probably something you didn't necessarily. I'm getting resistance. Like this is something you didn't necessarily want to do. Yeah, there we go. There's some pain, some suffering with that Three of Swords there. And you had to remove yourself from something that didn't serve you. So that's why I'm getting this sense of like the reunion isn't with somebody else from the past. It's about you reuniting with yourself. So that's a beautiful thing to be able to say. You're looking forward and beyond you know, the circumstances that you found yourself in, and you're seeing like a brighter set of, I literally can see like a city, like skyscrape, not skyscrape, like a city line, like of, some of you might actually live in like a big city, like with like, you know, tall buildings and stuff like that. I'm seeing it, and like that's not gonna be for everybody, of course, but like I'm seeing it, like it's like, you know, just kind of seeing beyond your circumstances and seeing things with this broader, you know, her spectrum, like this, a bigger spectrum of the things than what lies like right in front of you, if that makes any sense. I know that's a weird way of wording it because it almost doesn't make sense, but it does make sense. Like I can't get the words out the way I want to, but like I had a hard time articulating what I'm trying to say, but I'm hoping you guys get it. The imagery and stuff. Okay, so for the current energy we have, I like these cards together. We have Ace of Cups, along with Judgment. So the Judgment is here with it. They came out together for a reason, and I'm getting like this is a judgment call on your end. Like how do you move about the situation, right? When it comes to, you know, navigating this part of your life, you know, and then like, you know, with that judgment, and then like talking about practicing forgiveness. You know, I'm getting like forgiving others. I'm getting forgiving yourself, and that's a part of this journey when it comes to that overall sense of love. And I'm getting like outpouring of love, pouring into yourself the way you've poured into others, as you've learned how to distance yourself from, you know, things that no longer serve you. Yeah, like you're tired of not feeling recognized by others. And it's like, you know, when you don't feel recognized for the things that you do, like you don't necessarily want people to do things for you, but you just want to at least be acknowledged for the things that you do. And when you're not acknowledged, that's rough. It puts you in this really fucked up headspace with this Eight of Swords here. Some of you guys might be seeing the number 8 a lot. I'm getting like 888. Let me know. But that's about, if you have been seeing it, that's about abundance. So there is something coming towards you guys possibly. Yeah, and the Lovers. So it's like, you know, there's like judgment calls, there's choices, and I think you guys are really just choosing yourself at this time. Tell us more. Ooh, my nose is like so tickly all of a sudden. My goodness. It's very annoying. All right. That one flipped when it came out, so we're gonna take it in the reverse. King of Swords came out, and it came out this way for a reason. Hey, Special, what's up? We have Lyrical, we have CSB. Love and seeing people. She is here. What's up? Amy. Hi, Amy. I'm so sorry that I'm sorry that you encountered that. I am not doing personals right now. If you want to stick around to see if anything pops up, like just in general in these readings, you can. But if you know, if you don't, I completely understand. I'm just not doing anything personal right now at this moment, so I do apologize for that. But you know, I'm sending all of my love and healing light towards you, and condolences for what you're encountering at this time. I really hope that those words, you know, serve some kind of function for you at this time, because I know like it's kind of you know, one of those things where, you know, words sometimes are just not enough, but definitely just sending a lot of, you know, love your way. Okay, love and healing. A lot of people, Adatia, I think is how that name is pronounced, something like that. But hello, we have Luna. Hi. All right, so for incoming energy, the Tower here again. But then when it fell for a reason. It fell in the reverse. You guys, What I'm getting is you guys cannot sit here and try to manipulate energy and try to make things not happen the way it's meant to happen. Please don't do that. Spirit is putting emphasis on that because coming out as the King of Swords in the reverse, that's like a lack of clarity about something. We got the Magician, which is about manipulation of power and, you know, manifestations and things of that nature. Spoken mirrors kind of vibes. And then the Tower came out. It was on the top, and then when I tried to look at it, it was in the upright before, and it came out on the floor in the reverse. Middle of the deck, the devil. Yeah. Don't try to, guys, you guys, and that's why that Hermit card came out in the reverse too. You can't try to manipulate energy, okay? Like, you have to allow things to happen the way it's gonna happen. Trying to change things and shit, no. And that's probably why they also were given like this energy of like trying to, like, you know, gotta go beyond, you know, the veil, right? Like this beyond, you know, the things that you want to see. You know, there might be a little bit of fears and anxieties, but if you try to stay in a situation that ain't serving you, whether it's love related, work, doesn't matter, family, friends, it really doesn't matter. Reality is they're like letting you know, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Um, can we get maybe a last piece of advice from the tarot? Yeah, that's why Judgment is here. They're like, you gotta have to use your good judgment, baby. You gotta get on your good foot. Knight of Pentacles is here. So, you know, they're like, you know, slow and steady wins the race, but don't do anything that's going to deter you from your path by trying to stay in situations and prolong things and prolong the inevitable. When it's time to move forward from something, it's time to move forward. So if it's a relationship or anything like that, stop avoiding it. Even when it feels rough and it's hard and it makes you feel weak, yeah, and that's the truth. That's the clarity that you needed right now. You needed to hear those words. So, you know, you're doing the right thing by, you know, standing your ground, by moving forward and picking yourself, choosing yourself, right? Because this is the energy that we started off with, right? Distancing yourself from the shit that no longer serves you. You know, things will start to come in. It might take a little bit of time, and it might come in trickling, like slow kind of pace with Page of Pentacles here. But there are good things happening. So it's just really a matter of you guys understanding that, you know, and recognizing that within yourself. So don't prolong things, you know. Look, Judgment's on the bottom of the deck before I even do anything. So they're like, you know, yeah, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Yeah, exactly. So let's get an affirmation for you guys, and then we're gonna move on to the Lotus. People who pick the Lotus. Hopefully that message resonated for the Swirly Heart crew. This is definitely a message about rebuilding yourself. Success on the bottom of the deck. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Yes, and the love is within yourself. 2323, and then right when I was about to say 1111. Yeah, so there's major changes happening that are bringing on, you know, your luck and good fortune, because we did see that energy show up, but it was in the reverse. And why is that? Because there's a sense of prolonging things that need to be let go of. So let's get one affirmation for the Swirly Heart crew. I think I'm actually gonna call it that when I do the timestamps later. The Swirly Heart crew. Service. I feel good when I can help others, but you have to also know how to help yourself. That's the affirmation. You have to also be able to help yourself, right? Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to here on the bottom of the deck. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. And kind of being a friend to yourself too throughout all of this. And health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Yes. Definitely giving me like self-love, self-care vibes for sure. So for those of you who did pick the swirly hearts, I hope that message resonated. I definitely enjoyed giving that message. That was pretty fun, pretty cool. Like I said, this is new for me. I haven't done this before. So I've done like pick a card and stuff like that, but I usually like do it as a pre-recorded. I've never done it like live. So this is different. So I do hope that this is like a format that you guys are enjoying so far. So now we're gonna move on to the lotus flower. Those of you who felt connected to the lotus, your turn next. Let me write down the timestamp. Yeah, the timestamp for that. Ghetto. Can y'all hear her? I'm not, she's not being that ghetto right now, but not she's mad ghetto, bro. Be like, damn, bro. All right, so we got 25. I start wearing my glasses. 25, 40. All right, so the Lotus crew, this message is for you. Bars. um, so I felt drawn to for you guys to the Wisdom of the Oracle deck to start off your reading. So we'll pull like 2 from here, and then we'll go into the tarot portion and see what's going on with you guys. All right, so let's get started with the Lotus crew. Okay, so we have To the Sea and Message in a Bottle. So starting out, what I'm picking up on for the Lotus crew, I'm getting a couple of things. One thing I'm getting is it's time to do like maybe a little bit of a detox almost. Like doing something like it's giving kind of like a little bit of self-love, self-care. I mean, you guys are all in the same collective, so it would not be shocking if some of the messages overlap. But yeah, it's giving like this energy of like, you know, I'm getting kind of like a follow where you're being guided message, but I'm also getting like there's a time to kind of replenish yourself. Maybe like a soul bath or something like that to kind of take care of your physical vessel. I'm also getting that, you know, and again, like this being like follow where you're being like guided to go, because with this message in a bottle, like that's given, there are a lot of signs and synchronicities that you are being called right now to pay attention to and follow. And it's one of those things where like you might like doubt it, like it's just a fluke or something like that. No, you're being guided for a reason, for something. Don't know what it is yet. We're gonna look into it and see what's going on. That's just from splitting the deck. So let's see what Spirit has to say for you guys. Spirit, what do you have to say for the Lotus crew here for this message? There's the most accurate message, please, and thank you. That candle smells really good. Not bad for an $8 candle either. I wouldn't say it's like as strong as like Yankee or like what you call it, Bath and Body Works or anything like that, but it smells really nice though. All right. Round and around. So this is given, you know, there have been cycles that you have been trying to remove yourself from. Excuse me. Confirmation. Between the burp, my nose itching, and phone going off all at the same time, 9 people and 11 likes. There's something more and very informative here. And this might even be like, I'm getting emergency reading. There might be something really important within this message for those of you who resonate with it. But round and round, yeah, that's about cycles. Higher power. The higher power is coming in for you guys. Those of you who are a part of the Lotus crew. Yeah, message in, yeah, you're being guided. Here you go. It's here again. So you're being guided, and Spirit wants you to pay attention. So let's get a couple of cards from here, and then we're going to look into the tarot portion. Go the distance. Go the distance. So right now you are being called to not give up. Don't lose faith or hope in your circumstances. Move on past the things that, you know, have been trying to deter you, because Spirit, your guides have been on your side the whole time. Milk and honey. They're like, this is what you're about to come into, baby. You just wait. Of course, as soon as I was about to say it, 7-Eleven. There were 7 people and 11 likes. I'm not saying I want the 3 people who had that randomly popped in real quick, to leave or anything. I want y'all to stay. But what I am saying is, it did say 7-Eleven up there just a second ago, and of course, as soon as I was about to say something. But thank you guys for being here. Um, Unfinished symphony. Interesting. So there is something that hasn't been completed yet. There might be a cycle that you're about to complete, and on the other side of that cycle, when it ends, and like I said, you've been guided. Like spirit has been trying to like nudge you, and you guys have to listen to, you know, the information that's being provided and stop making excuses for it. Is what I'm kind of getting. No place like home. Interesting. I just heard home is where the heart is. Definitely some type of karmic lesson though. Something that you need to learn. Could be related to family for some. I'm getting it might be related to family. Yeah, never ending story. Breathe. It's giving me like, even to be around these individuals, I'm getting family possibly for some of you. Like to be around, yep, community. You literally have to like breathe just to be around them. And it's like, like you have to kind of distance yourself, but you don't know if that's really what you should do. Yeah, you're in between worlds because of it. And it's like, the thing is, it's like some of you I think are even thinking about moving like a far distance from this particular situation, whether it's like I'm getting family, take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't, but I'm getting it could be about family. So you could live in the same household as family, or like, maybe it's one of those kind of situations. I'm getting this now. This is coming up pretty clear. This is not gonna be for everybody. Take it as it resonates. But let's say we have different belief systems or something like that than your family members, and you have been like trying really hard to like, conform to what it is that they want you to do. And you're like, this is not what I want for myself. Why the fuck am I doing this? Here and now. Yeah, this is happening like right now. This is like in the present. Spirit is like, look. um yeah, it's like, that this doesn't serve you, right? And they want you to handle it with a sense of, grace, right? Dignity, and just kind of, exit stage left from the situation. Yeah, come to the edge. You're gonna have to, kind of take a little bit of a deep dive there, and go towards what it is that you feel more drawn to do. Because staying in this situation is not. Yeah, you want to keep the peace. I get that, but at the same time, like you don't have to be a peacemaker to keep the peace. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I just heard. It's like Spirit is saying like, yeah, your emotions are really wrapped into this with this Queen of Cups here on the bottom before I even shuffle or anything. Like they're like, look, yeah, it could be like a father figure. Oop, see how that card fell out. It could be a father figure for some of you, and you might be clashing with them, and it gets you in your feelings. And it's like, I love my family. I love, the people around me. I love my community, so on and so forth. But at the same time, this is just not what works for me. Like, and it's hard because it's like you don't necessarily want to sever ties completely with them, but that this is not. Yeah, you're trying to like kind of, let's see if I can get the card back out. Yeah, this is what I saw while I was shuffling. You're trying to like stand your ground, 7 of Wands. You go back and forth between what it is that you're meant to do at this time, but you gotta do what's best for you. You can't always be, doing everything for everybody else. So if something is just not your forte, that's okay. Like you can go with that. You can say, okay, well, I can't live my life pleasing everybody else. So I'm getting people pleasers. I'm not knocking you for being like that, because I've been that person for a long time and still struggle with it, to be honest. Yeah, see, 7 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Hey, Mark, how are you? And we got some other folks here. Hey, Suni. This is just a collective well, it's collective, but it's also a Pick-An-Emoji. So right now I'm doing the, if you look at the pinned comment, there are 4 emojis there. There's what I call the swirly heart, which I just did that reading a little while ago. Now we're working on the lotus, and the next one will be that star looking emoji, and then the last one will be the feather. So right now we're on the second reading. You can stick around, like you could pick a reading and then stick around and see if any of the messages resonate. And you can always come back and look at the timestamps if you would like to do it that way. All up to you. But yeah, just not personals at this time. I'm working towards it though. I have some plans coming up soon when it comes to that. All right, so we have the 10 of Wands here, and it came out in a challenging position. This is the recent past. So there's this energy of releasing, letting go of burdens, things that no longer serve you, right? So they could go toward, I just said, go towards the gold, going towards the things that you do want, right? The Ace of Pentacles, the things that, the blessings that are coming towards you that, yeah, you can only achieve if you close out the cycles, right? So you've been in the process of working on that. Yeah, toxic cycles that don't serve you. So Spirit, for the Lotus folks, yeah, that is your message. They're like, look, you guys can't keep on, holding on to the past. I just saw the Ace of Pentacles try to come out. You guys can't hold on to the past anymore. It's time to move on. And you can't, move on if you try to hold on to the old burdens. And the thing is, it's like I'm getting like this back and forth energy of like, 1 minute you're like, yeah, fuck this, I'm gonna let it all go and I ain't dealing with that shit no more, blah 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 blah. And then the next minute you kind of retract that statement and you're like, okay, but wait a minute, like, and I get it, because it's like, especially if it's related to like family and stuff, it's like, this is your origin, right? Like her origin story. Like, especially like for those of us who are like, it's like comic books and things like that. Let me know if that resonates with anybody who's a part of that particular collective, so to speak, within that dynamic there with the Lotus, right? So those of you in the Lotus, yeah, right now, you kind of, maybe feel a little bit of regret or just some sadness, a little bit of loneliness with this 5 of Cups. And it's like, it can be really, really, painful, to, be in that space where it's like you're trying to let go of things that no longer serve you, but then you feel stuck at the same time. That stuck feeling sucks ass, and nobody wants to be there. Right? Nobody wants to be there. Yeah, it's like you guys are super intuitive, super smart, super like, I think the confidence sometimes is a little bit waned because of the fact that, you get in your head a little bit because of the things you're going through. But they're like, look, you got things coming towards you. You got this Ace of Pentacles here again. They want you guys to get more confident. And when you get more confident in yourself, that's when things are going to start coming in. There's things that you're trying to manifest, and they're like, look, it can happen. It's about discernment and confidence at this time. So no more wallowing in misery because of the things that, you've been trying to hold on to that no longer serve you. No more wallowing in, your pain and sadness and feeling like neglect and things like that. Like, if you sit there and focus solely on those things, you're not going to ever have those blessings come towards you the way that they're meant to, because Spirit has been trying to guide you guys. And it's not all coincidences and shit like that. They're like, look, we're trying to guide you for a reason. When there's detours and shit, they're like, we put that detour there for a reason. They're like, we don't want you to go that way. We want you to go this way. Pay attention. Tell us more for the Lotus. What's going on with the Lotus crew? Oh, I'm sorry you went through that. That's frustrating. Hey, Lati, what's up, sister? Got some sisters in the building. I think I got 3 of y'all up in here right now, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, user Rusmak. Um, sorry if I said it wrong. But if you're still here, I do hope that you find a sense of solace in one of these readings, or just a sense of, comfortability in your circumstances, and, keep pushing forward, because, it's obviously frustrating if you put all that time and energy into doing something and it's not coming out the way that you expected. But there could be a reason behind it. It could be because maybe, your guides are trying to guide you in a different direction towards something different, or help, or kind of get you to kind of, again, like, reevaluate, is that exactly what you want? Especially because you're talking about, like, I'm assuming like a degree or something like that, because you're talking about writing papers and stuff. And it's like, I mean, I don't know how old you are or anything like that, but like, let's say if you're in college, right? Maybe you're just not in the right major, or maybe, look into a different concentration. I know that sounds crazy. um, but it could be that, this is something that Spirit wanted me to say really quickly to you, because it's very easy to, like, get discouraged and then realize later, oh wait, maybe I just wasn't in the right, okay, I'm gonna use myself as a quick example, and I'm gonna get back to the reading. I'm sorry. But that resonated with me so hard, because I'm like, so I'm a perfectionist. So like, when I was in school and I wasn't doing well, I was like, what the fuck is going on? This is the first time I went to school. So like, I was in the criminal justice program at my college, and this is when I was 18, and I wasn't doing that great. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm a pretty good student. And I realized later that, like, I was like, college just isn't my thing. It's not for me. Many, many, many years later, I went back to school. I think it was like 8 years later, and something like that. Yeah, that sounds about right. And I never thought I was going to go back to college, but after my grandmother passed away, I went back to school. And I went to school for something completely different than what I went to school for initially, which I went for criminal justice. I had a whole plan. I won't go into that right now, to save time and get back to the reading. But I when I went back to school, I wanted to try to get into social work. My school didn't provide social work unless I, took certain core courses and then transferred later. So I did behavioral and social science instead, and that I excelled in. And I ended up, when I graduated, I had a 3.87 GPA. It would have been higher if it weren't for those stupid B's. I think I had 3 B's on my whole transcript, and it was in Spanish. I had an A. It was statistics and 2 years, 2 other years of math that I didn't do that great in, and or semesters rather, that I didn't do that great in. I say that to make the point that sometimes, we get redirected, and we don't always know what the redirection means. Um, so I hope that makes sense. um, but yeah, I'm gonna talk about these cards that just came out for the likely outcome for the Lotus folks. So we have Page of Swords that came out. That's about, like, really paying attention. That's about curiosity, studying something, right? I'm getting, like, kind of also planning too. We have the Seven of Swords here. And it came out together. So I'm getting that you guys are about to start, like, plotting about how to move about your circumstances. Yeah, how to move about your circumstances. Some of you guys might literally be planning a move, you know, depending on the circumstances. And it's like, you might be planning a move, or, having to strategize about something, and that's the truth for somebody, you know. Again, take the messages as they resonate. um but yeah, is there any advice from the tarot before we look at an affirmation for the Lotus crew? And then we're going to move on to the Star. I'm happy that it's resonating. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. I love to see people pop in here who I haven't seen, or even, like, people who still come back. That makes me really happy. So I greatly appreciate all of you guys for being here. And I'm hoping that you guys like this new thing I'm doing, because I've never done this before. This was something that I just was like racking my brain. I'm like, what am I going to read about tonight? And I was like, I'm tired of just doing, like, regular general readings. Like, I'm like, let me think about something. Like, do I want to do elements? Not really. Or all signs? No, not necessarily. I was like, what about emojis? Because I've done pick cards and stuff like that, but I think that's better, like, if you do it like you know, if you pre-record. But I was like, this might be cool. This is like, you know, engaging and stuff. So I do hope that you guys like it and are having fun. Um, yeah, see, for you guys, they're like, it's time to take charge with authority over your life, okay? The Emperor is here. And they're basically saying you guys will be successful. You will be successful in your endeavors. So don't you fret, my pet. Everything's gonna work out. The things that you've been working really hard on, right? You've been manifesting, right? They're like, it's coming together. You know, your emotions are definitely tied in. You talked about that earlier. A lot of emotion around it. Some of you might be water signs, but and we come back full circle, as we say. It's time to close out those cycles that don't serve you, though. So Spirit's definitely putting emphasis on that. They just want you guys to really, you know, pay attention to that part of the scenario here, because they have been trying to tell you guys certain things for a while and y'all don't fucking listen. So it's like, you know, they like, I'm seeing like, you don't listen, like a little bit of a scolding, but like, you know, with love at the same time. So, you know, not like in a beating you up type of way, but just in a, you know, we love you, we care about you. It's giving me like Tyra Banks on America's Next Top Model. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Who was it? Tiffany, I think her name was Tiffany. When she was gonna leave, or no, she got booted from the show, and she was like mad nonchalant about it, and she was pissed that she wasn't upset. Hey Hector, how are you? And we have Irvy here. What's up? What's up? So let's get a couple more shuffles from this deck here and get an affirmation for you guys. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Yes, you guys are very open-minded individuals. You like to try to, you know, see all sides of the situation. But the thing is, while that could be an awesome thing, if you start to allow people to cross the threshold of what is your protective bubble, right? That can become a problem. So I'm getting Spirit is kind of saying, yes, it's okay to be empathetic. It's okay to care about other people and their feelings and all that. Perfectly fine. But you also have to just, you know, monitor that a little bit by making sure that you're also well aware that your feelings matter too. Are people valuing your feelings as much as you're valuing theirs? Ask yourself that question. So with that said, let's get an affirmation for the Lotus crew, and then we're going to move on to the stars. Loneliness. We have loneliness. It says, I know that I am never alone. You're not. And remember what I was saying earlier, your spirit guides have been guiding you this whole fucking time. Like, literally, that was like the big energy that came out when we first started your portion of the reading, guys. Like, you know, you've been being nudged by spirit for a while about certain things, and they're just like saying, please listen to us. You know, there could be some guilt involved, and that goes back to like that, you know, empath, but like in a way of it being a little bit maladaptive. And I resonate with this. I feel guilty about stuff all the time. I'm like, oh, but I have to do this for this, but sometimes you gotta pull your energy back just a little bit and ask yourself, is this necessarily the best for everyone involved? Because if you're bending over backwards for people and they're not doing the same for you, and it's not a, you know, equal give and take, then nah, you gotta nip that in the bud. Don't allow yourself to be feeling guilty. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Exactly. No more guilt. Success. And we saw like the Ace of Pentacles show up more than once. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. I showed up for the other one too. Some of you guys there might be like a little bit of a crossover energy between the readings. I mean, you guys are in the same collective, so it makes sense. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Yeah. You can't change the past. You just got to roll with the punches and just keep it going and never give up on yourself. Never give up on yourself. So for the Lotus crew, I hope that resonated and that made sense. I hope it was helpful. It was definitely fun doing that for you guys because, like I said, this is different for me. I've never done this before. So This was fun so far. So now we're gonna move on to the star folks. Those of you who picked that like that beautiful like star, you know, I heard stargazing. Some of you guys might like stargazing. That's pretty cool. But yes, we're gonna move on to that next. And I am going to start with the African goddess oracle deck here. Let's see what's going on with you guys. I also have a deck that I've only used on the channel maybe once or twice for the tarot portion. But I'm gonna make sure I do it over here because they're very slippery and they fall over, all over places. Actually, the reason why I don't use them much. Because I'm like, I'm not about to be chasing cards all over the goddamn place. Alright, so let's get started for, oh, let me write the timestamp down for the stars. I'm gonna call it stargazers. So we're gonna start you guys at around 50-40. 50-40 for the stargazers. Let's see what's going on with you guys. All right, so when we split the deck, we have miracles, and we also have radical rebirth. So you guys, I'm getting, you guys are a fucking miracle. Like, you guys are about to make some shit happen, and it's gonna be quite a ride, is what I'm getting. Like, I can't wait to see. I'm hearing like mystical. Like, y'all, you guys are some mystical motherfuckers. Like, okay, let's see what Spirit got to say though about y'all. I mean, you guys all are, but excuse me. Something about those stargazers though. I want to see what's going on with you guys. And again, I hope that you guys have been enjoying the readings so far, getting something good out of it. Something meaningful, because that's my whole goal of what I do here. So let's see what's going on with you guys now. I saw harvest. A couple more shuffles. All right, Spirit, thank you. Ooh, joy. I like it. Somebody might have just had a baby recently, or you might be a mom, or there could be a mother figure kind of aspect to your part, to this portion of what we're doing in these readings. Motherhood could be something. I'm hearing miracle baby for somebody. This is not going to be for everybody. Please take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. But let's see what's going on there. Maybe rebuilding relationships with moms or with your own children or something. Let's see what's going on. Let's get a couple from here. What do the stargazers need to know? I got like a cute little name for each group. We have feeling safe. So, I mean, when you think about a maternal figure, right? A maternal figure makes you feel safe, right? So I'm getting nurturing, right? There's this energy of nurturing. It could be you doing like some self-introspection or something like that and nurturing yourself. It could be about your own children or your relationship with your own mother. I'm getting different messages there. Please take the messages as they resonate. We're going to dive deeper and see what's going on, but this is definitely giving like about nurturing and, you know, again, that sense of feeling safe. Creation is also what I'm getting to. Tell us more. Some of you guys also might resonate with the idea of, I heard moon water or rainwater, moon water, and I heard rainwater. Some of you guys might collect rainwater and or moon water during the cycles and stuff. That seems very specific. Some of you might use it for like manifestations or something, or creation. We have giving and receiving. So equal give and take within relationships, maybe. Interesting. Cosmic power. Partnership. Equal give and take within partnerships and feeling safe within your connections. understanding that your connections are meant to be nurturing is what I'm getting. And that's the truth. Hey David, this is actually it's a collective slash pick a emoji reading. I was about to say pick a card, pick an emoji reading. So this isn't personals at this time. I am about to work towards those again, but I'm not quite there yet. This is like a little bit of an experimental reading actually, but it seems like it's going pretty well so far. So if you'd like to pick an emoji and stick around, right now on, if you look at the pinned comment, there's 4 emojis there. There's a swirly heart, a lotus, a star, and a feather. I'm on the star now, so if you wanted to come back at another time, like once this is posted, I'm going to have timestamps. If you would like to come back to, view the readings, see if it resonates with you. If not, perfectly understandable. But this isn't personals at this time. But yeah, so very, very interesting. Middle of the deck, we have joy again, and then the deck kind of split a little bit weird. What's underneath that? Pleasure. Yeah, joy and pleasure, right? Seeing joy and pleasure within the dynamics of your relationships in your life. Understanding that relationships need to be of equal give and take is what I'm kind of getting here. Understanding that, there's a great sense of responsibility is what I heard. Responsibility when it comes to being able to make sure that people who decide to be in your life in different capacities, there's a certain role that they need to be able to fulfill. And if they can't fulfill it, then, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? All right, so I'm gonna shuffle this deck a few times, and then we're gonna see what comes out. I have not used this deck in a long time, and the reason why is because it's very slippery. So I really hope I don't go dropping cards all over the damn place. I probably when I use these, I probably should use baby powder or something on my hands to dry them out, make them not move around so much. That might actually help. Okay, let's do maybe 3 more shuffles. I think that should suffice. You said, how does it work? If you just meditate on the emojis there that are in the pinned comment, just look at them, stare at them for maybe 10-20 seconds. Where do you feel your energy being guided towards? And then you go from there. You could pick one that's your favorite, or you could just pick one that you feel really guided to or towards, and then watch it at a later time. And I agree, sage definitely is a very helpful thing. I burned sage before I started the reading to clear all the energy and stuff like that, to make sure that, we're starting with fresh energy, starting from, the ground up, so that way we get the clearest, most accurate messages for you guys. All right, so bottom of the deck, we do have the star. Some of you guys might have Aquarius in your chart. So it's in the reverse. I'm getting that some of you guys might have lost hope when it comes to certain things. Yeah, you guys are not necessarily feeling a sense of contentment or fulfillment right now with the 9 of Cups on the top of the deck in the reverse. What's in the middle? Yeah, the Page of Cups. And it's it's in the reverse. So it could be your love life could be a little bit or it could be relationship with kids, relationship with mom. I'm getting a couple of different things. So with that Page of Cups, that's that represents usually a child, especially in an emotional capacity, and for it to be coming out in that way, with the other cards coming out that way, maybe you didn't always feel the most safe as a child, is what I'm getting. But we're gonna dive deeper. So David said he picked the swirly heart. That was the first reading I did. The timestamp on that, I don't know how it works when it is still live, but you might be able to rewind. It's at the beginning of the reading at 7:30. That's the timestamp, 7 minutes and 30 seconds, if you wanted to check that out and see. Otherwise, you can wait for me to post it up, and I'm going to have the timestamps within the comment section as a pinned comment. and then you'll be able to watch at that point too. So it's up to you if you want to stick around. If not, perfectly understandable. But you can always come back and check it out once it's actually posted. It's up to you though. And for those of you who are here, anybody who's tapped in even if it's just for a moment, I'm grateful for every single one of you guys. Really, really loving this energy. You guys are doing some great things though. I'm loving what I'm seeing here. Growing and expanding, right? Thanks. Woo! See, this is why I like this deck. This is why I'm doing it over here too, because like I was like, should I do it on my desk? Or should I do it over here where I have more space just in case they all fall out all over the place? Lo and behold. All right, so recent past energy for those of you who are in the Stargazers crew. The sun is the first card out. So it's giving, trying to just figure things out when it comes to your overall happiness. And putting your happiness first is kind of what I'm getting. This is what you guys have been working really hard on. And some of you might have Leo in your chart. I'm also getting like this energy of like individuals who like to get like vitamin D in their life, like, which I need to start doing when the sun is out, because right now it's cold as balls out there. And like cold, and when I say balls, I don't mean like hot balls, I mean Frosty the Snowman's balls out there. It's fucking freezing, and I'm just like, I'm over this. I'm tired of it. But yeah, like some of you guys might really like enjoy like, just being out in the sun and, you know, just letting the, I heard sun kissed, like letting the sun kiss your skin and just like really, I heard radiant. Um, you guys might really resonate with the idea of enjoying the warmer weather and being out in the sun. I'm getting people who also like to go to the beach. Let me know that resonates, because that's not gonna be for the same for everybody. Um, we have the strength here, and remember I said I was picking up on Leo, more Leo energy possibly for some of you. So that's pretty cool. Um, there could be some August babies here. There could definitely be some August babies. Yeah, it's like the thing is like there's a little bit of a lack of contentment though in some area somewhere in your life, right? And you're just, you're trying to, figure it all out. And it's like, what the hell? Yeah. And the thing is, it's like you might have had a hard time removing yourself from something that no longer serves you. And you're like, you kind of either you go back to the past and repeat it, or you're just having a really hard time moving forward is what I'm getting. And this could be like recent past energy for some of you. Tell us more for the stargazers. David, I hear you on that, love. I hear you. A lot of us are, going through different things, and that's the whole purpose of my channel. Like, I always try to figure out ways that, I can help people with what I do in a way that actually makes sense. You know what I mean? So I do hope that you get some type of message, if you do go back and watch the swirly heart, as I called it earlier, that emoji, when I post it up. Hopefully something is there that resonates with you, or, even in the subsequent readings too. Because if you come on here saying that you're feeling lost and, going through, these different motions of life, like that's literally what I'm trying to do, is help people navigate that. I can't give you all the answers, but I can at least help guide you towards what it is that hopefully spirit is calling you to do, and what feels good in your spirit at the same time. Hope that makes sense. And that's for anybody who comes on this channel. That's my goal. So, as long as you're open, hopefully there's messages that, come in and resonate with you. All right, let's get some more for the stargazers. Let's get the current energy maybe for them. Thank you. Yeah, you guys are feeling stuck, man. You're feeling stuck. We got the Eight of Wands in the middle, or not in the middle of the deck. That came out, and it's in the middle of the spread is why I said that. But yeah, it's like you feel stuck. I just heard stuck in the middle with you. You feel like there's like a lack of movement somewhere in your life, or a lot of delays. But the thing is, it's like, while it might feel like that sometimes, the thing is sometimes it's given like, even like those detours or delays, they still are going to lead you towards your path with this Wheel of Fortune here. You're still meant to be on this upward trajectory in your life. Yeah, but the thing is, the other part is you have to stop staying in situations that don't serve you. So if that's part of your issue, Spirit is saying, okay, we gotta, we're trying to help you, you know, but maybe you feel, safe in certain situations more so because of complacency versus actual safety. And now you have to ask yourself the question, well, is there equal give and take in these circumstances in my life and these relationships? Because if there's not, or I'm not happy here, whatever this is, I have to do something about that. Yeah. Some of you guys might be dealing like with betrayals and things like that, or just overall sense of just like, fuck, my life is like really hit, man. 10 of swords in the reverse. Like, you're trying to heal, you're trying to work on yourself, but then you still feel stuck at the same time. And I'm just like, it's funny. I don't typically keep like these kind of cards in here, but there's a reason why it's there. Underneath that Wheel of Fortune is like one of the cards that come with the deck that you're supposed to kind of remove or whatever. But what does it say? What we see in the symbology, of tarot derives in large measure from our own intuition, and once revealed, reflects back upon each of us and further enrich our lives. So, what I'm getting with that is like, there's symbolism everywhere, and they're like, follow your intuition, like wherever you're feeling guided to go. Spirit is letting you know that you are safe. So if you've been feeling like, unsafe about a situation because you're like, oh, I know I should do this, but I don't know how I feel about it. I don't feel confident in that decision. I don't feel like, I should do that because I don't know what the outcome is going to be. Like, we never know what the outcome is going to be, but I can guarantee you it's going to probably be better than the situation that you're currently in, whatever that is, or whatever you've recently removed yourself from. Yeah. For some of you, you might have dealt with somebody who, if this is like love related, you might have dealt with somebody who was very emotionally manipulative. If it's not that, then they're saying don't let your emotions get the best of you when it comes to making a judgment call here. Tell us more. Take that out now. Yes, so this is about healing. We got the 10 of Swords that came out again officially on the spread as the likely outcome. They want you to heal. I did hear mommy wounds. So some of you might have to work on your mother wounds, whether it's your own relationship with your own kids or your relationship with your own parent, aka your mom. I'm getting something like that. I'm also getting, and I said it way early in the reading, I was picking up on possibly doing a little bit of nurturing for self, like a sense of, self-mothering. I'm picking up on. We got the Temperance in the reverse on the bottom of the deck. So, they're saying, it might be a little bit rough to, learn how to do this because this is not something that is easy. But it is a part of the healing process. Yeah. And I'm getting self-delusion too. Like, don't, let your emotions get the best of you during this process by making yourself stay in situations where you just simply feel complacent in them. Because if you stay in situations where you feel complacent, you're doing yourself a disservice, is what I'm getting. Yeah. Don't cloud your own judgment. Any advice from the tarot before we look at an affirmation for the stargazer, Spirit? Heal. It's time to heal, baby. Three of Swords. It's time to heal. That's the advice. And they're like, look, the biggest things are going to be, I'm getting grounding too. it's time to get grounded. It's time, and maybe that's why I was getting like this energy of like people who might enjoy time outside. Like when spring comes, maybe that's gonna be your time to shine, so to speak. Like being able to be out in nature and hike. I'm getting hiking. I'm getting sunbathing. I'm getting just, just walks through the park. Like not actual hiking, 'cause I can't hike. I'm too over that shit, not out of shape. But like, I can resonate with the idea of needing to be outdoors more and maybe put your feet in the grass and in the dirt, hug a tree, getting grounded, and feeling safe. Um, the more grounded you feel, the safer you feel. And you need to be able to have that sense of stability within self before it can really, exude outward. I hope that makes sense. Um, but yeah, it's really about that sense of being rooted and grounded right now. Yeah. So don't be all up in your head, because it's very easy to, lose sight of what it is that you're meant to do at this time by staying stuck in your mind and in your emotions. Especially when we're talking about things like mother wound issues and things like that. Um, Whether it's you as the mom or your own mother, so on and so forth. Like, again, take the messages as they resonate because it's going to be different for everybody. But I am picking up on that for someone. All right, so let's get an affirmation. Yes, an affirmation for you guys. So we got grief and guilt here. When I split the deck, it says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Along with, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Some of you guys might resonate with the Lotus reading as well. If you want to go check that out once I post this. Alright, so let's get an affirmation for you guys. What does the Stargazer community need to know? Alright. Failure. I heard failure to launch. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So, we're all a work in progress, right? We all make mistakes. And I'm kind of getting forgiveness, even though it's not here. It was in the other reading, though. And that's why maybe I'm connecting these readings a little bit together. But I am picking up on a sense of forgiveness, even though it's not actually here. Um, Forgive yourself for what you perceive to be failures, is what I'm kind of getting. Forgive others for failing you. I'm gonna put air quotes around that. Failing you to maybe do things that they were supposed to do to help you feel safe, especially if it's like a parental thing, in particular, possibly a mother. Um, that can definitely be something hard to kind of tackle when it comes to all those different emotions. Um, but through a lot of introspection and healing and retrospection too, hindsight is 2020. We understand things more from our past and what those things did to kind of help structure us and make us who we are today and how they influence us. It allows us to be able to get that sense of safety, right? That was one of the first parts of it. Feeling safe within ourselves, right? Yeah. You have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Not the first time that came up. I think it came up in the Swirly Hearts folks reading. And patience. Some of you guys might have Sagittarius in your chart. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Yeah. It's not it's not a race, right? Take your time. The healing process, it takes time, and healing is not linear. It's not this, clear cut, like, oh, everything's just gonna be rainbows and fucking button. No. You're gonna have days where you're gonna feel on top of the fucking world, and then there's gonna be days where you're gonna plummet and you're gonna be like, this shit fucking sucks. I hate this healing process bullshit. Who said this is fun or this is great? Like, no. They were blowing smoke up my ass. Somebody probably did blow smoke up your ass. When it comes to this healing process shit, it hurts. It does not feel great at all. But when we get to understand what it all means, and there is I wouldn't even use the word silver lining because it's continuous. You're going to go through this process for the rest of your life. You will learn how to accept things more, but it's still very continuous. And I hope that I did not lose you on saying that, because one thing I'm not going to do on here is lie or sugarcoat shit. I don't do that on this channel. If you want that, then you gotta go to a different channel. But just being honest, you know, like we're gonna be constantly growing and shifting, and you could think that you went through the dark night of the soul and you're healed, and like there's gonna be another dark night of the soul. Just saying, like that happens more than once in your life. Don't think it's just one time. It's not. You're gonna be around that rodeo a few times, and especially if you keep on repeating the same shit over and over again. Just saying. So, you know, different lessons from, you know, past lives, shit that keeps repeating in this life, like, and then just the residual stuff that happens even once you start working on the healing process, even after you learn the lesson. Like it takes time, you know. Again, it's not linear. Okay, so let's get that affirmation for you guys, and then we're gonna move on to the last reading, which will be the feathers. I just heard, is it Billie Eilish? I think that's her song. I don't know the words, I just know the melody. Light as a feather or something like that. So that one might be about freedom or something like that. Let's see what they got to say about that. That could be a channeled message. All right, got 2 cards for you guys. All right, so we have success. A lot of these cards are repeating themselves. As many cards that are in here, a lot of the cards are repeating themselves in all of the readings. It makes sense because it is technically like even though we're doing separate readings, you guys are in the same collective. So a lot of these messages are going to resonate with you on different levels. So we have friendship. I swear you guys are funny. You guys love to throw me for a loop with some weird shit. Somebody here might be a Mortal Kombat fan. And like there used to be, when did they start doing that? Was it on 3? It was on 3, I think. When they started doing the, you know how they had like fatalities and stuff. So like they would have the friendship instead of fatalities and all that stuff at the end. It would be like the finisher, and then like you like give them a present or something like that. It was so weird. But I think it was like the 3rd Mortal Kombat, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know if that resonates with anybody. Somebody might like Mortal Kombat. But it is a great series. I love Mortal Kombat. Can you ask me to play those games now though? No, too many buttons. It was great when it was on Sega, where it was 3 fucking button commands. I'm good on that. No, thank you. Too many fucking buttons, and the D-pad, of course. But like, no. Too many buttons. I can't do it anymore. I don't have the capacity to do that. Sorry. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So for some of you, you might get advice or something from a friend, or like I just heard the Golden Girls theme song. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Doom, doom, doom. And if you do, okay, I'll spare you guys. But I love that theme song. It's a great one. And we have success that came out with it for your affirmation. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. That's been coming out a lot for you guys. Like, I think that card showed up for every one of y'all. And friendship also showed up at another point too. I can't remember where, but like, it's officially on the spread now, but it wasn't before. Guilt, here again. And discipline, I like that. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Some of you, I don't know why, picking up on this. Music is definitely a thing right now. Some of you guys in this group in particular might be big time music lovers. And you might even like communicate in songs. So if you're like me, some of you guys might be clairaudient if that's the case. You could turn anything into a song. Like you're having a conversation, it turns into a song. So you see how I did it about 3 times already, and now I'm like, as I see this, I'm getting the Janet Jackson album Discipline for some reason. So some of you guys might be Janet Jackson fans. Imagination. See, clairaudient. Somebody's clairaudient in this crew. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Cool, I like it. Missing some of the whatchamacallit. Sorry guys. Yep, exactly. Always going deeper to stretch higher. I love that. My niece just walked in wearing a Billie Eilish. What? No fucking way. Well, wearing a Bill. What are the odds that your niece just came in wearing a Billie Eilish shirt? Like, why would I all of a sudden start singing that damn song? That's so weird. Oh, I love Michael Jackson. I can't wait for that movie to come out. I can't wait. I'm gonna definitely see it. Probably by myself. I will probably go and see it more than once. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. All right, I'll spare you guys all the random singing. Y'all know how I am, though. If you know, you know. Especially when it comes to my boy Mike. But yeah, like songs are like popping up like crazy, right? Music is a big one. Actually, for those of you who are, as David just brought up a Michael Jackson song, some of you guys might be really in tuned with your Michael, shit. And there's a song, Music and Me. And I love that one. We've been together for such a long time. Now music and me. Don't care whether all our songs rhyme. Now music and me. That's like we're talking about this is back when he was still with Motown, like when he had like some of his first solo projects with Motown, when he was still with the Jackson 5. Oh, I love that song. Such a good song. And when I was little, I used to cry listening to that song because, like, well, that and Heal the World. Oh man, to this day, like if I listen to the Dangerous album, I can't listen to that song. I can't listen to that. I can't listen to Gone Too Soon, and I can't listen to what's the other one I can't listen to? Will You Be There? Nope. If I listen to those, ever since I was how old was I when that album came out? 5, going on 6 years old. Can't listen to it. Nope. Way before he passed away. Nope, can't do it. Man, because I'm such a pansy, I'm just a pansy. But yes. All right. So let me write this down. Let's see. This is the thing with me with this type of stuff. I have to keep in mind. I have to write down the timestamps. So the timestamp on this one is we're gonna go with 1, 2, 2. We're gonna go with 50. All right. Alrighty, so now we're gonna look into the feather crew. Feathers. I said feathers, but I heard heathers. Some of you guys might know that movie. This came out back in the late 80s. I think it was like 87 or something like that. For like the movie buffs. Heathers with who was in it? It was come on now. I think Christian Slater was in it. He was one of the people. And there were some others in it too. Why can't I remember her name right now? Because I almost said it, and then all of a sudden I just kind of forgot her name. Winona Ryder. There we go. I'm like, how the fuck? Come on now, that's my girl right there, Lydia from Beetlejuice. My girl from fucking Stranger Things. Like, come on now, you know her name. You gotta put respect on her name. But yeah, it's a like a suspense, like gossipy movie. Like it's supposed to be like about teenagers and stuff. And I haven't seen that movie in ages, but I don't. Somebody might be a movie buff is what I'm picking up on. Ooh, Frank Sinatra. I love Frank Sinatra. Yes, right. That's a good way to put it. The Mean Girls original. Yeah, that movie was crazy. I should watch that again. I haven't watched that in so long. Probably since I was like, I want to say a kid. My dad used to let me watch stuff I shouldn't have been watching. Love you, Dad, but it's true. Um, yeah. Oh, I love me some Frank Sinatra. Fly me to the moon, let me play beyond the stars. All right, so the bottom of the deck here for the Feather Crew, we have Emerald Tablet Activation. It says Cosmic Ordering, Divine Alchemy, I like that, and Conscious Manifesting. Okay, so you guys could be some big time manifestors. Those of you who end up resonating with this, um, it's really cool. So let's get a couple of oops, a couple. I said spirit, not the whole deck. Oh, excuse me. All right. Let's see. Let's get a couple of cards for you guys from here, and then we'll look into the tarot. And again, for those of you who have been here, I greatly appreciate you guys for, tapping in and supporting. If you're new to the channel and haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button if you did resonate with your portion of the message. This is going to kind of be maybe my little, I'm going to probably like add this to the repertoire. I think I like this. This was fun. This was different. So I think I might add this to it, and I think I want to start doing like elements and stuff. And then I'm obviously gonna start working towards the whole idea of doing personals again. It's been like 5 months since I've done the last one. It's just for me, like I really, really, praise my girls who can do it, aka Lati. She's one of the ones here right now who does it, and she does it so just like I'm like how do you first off she goes live like 3 times a day. I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? What? That's amazing. And then when she does the personal, she does it for several hours. Same thing with Aya Inspired Tarot. Crazy. I'm just like, I can barely function by going live about 3 or 4 times a week. So I don't know how y'all are able to do that, but it's quite amazing. So check them out. Oh, and also check out Phoenix High Priestess as well. If you scroll up, you'll see her comments, and you definitely want to check her out. She's one of my road dogs, and grateful for her. In fact, she gifted me this deck, and look, it's out again as a card for the main spread. Emerald Tablet Activation, Cosmic Ordering, Divine Alchemy, and Conscious Manifesting. So it's here officially now on the spread. There's something important about this card. So we're going to look deeper into this for you guys. What's going on? Oh, also, I'm open to suggestions like in the comments if you guys have any like particular areas that you would like me to start looking into a little bit more and stuff like that. I would love, your suggestions. I can look into a lot of different things, but, suggestions are always cool because, it lets me know what the audience actually wants to, hear and my collective wants to hear. So let me know what you guys are thinking when it comes to that. And not here, because I don't like to say like that we want to hear. Like, no, let me rephrase. But areas of interest that you guys are, wanting to learn more about. Let me rephrase, because I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. There's a difference. Hey, you're quirky. I don't have my glasses on. Sorry. I'll just say you're quirky. I like it though. Let's see. So we have Earth Star Activation, Anchoring, Grounded Action. Some of you guys might resonate with the past reading that we just did for the Stargazers. Yes, and Isis Energy. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Along with Angelic Frequency. Angels are here. You are safe. Potent. I was gonna say protection, but it does not say that. It says potent connection. So you guys are very connected to your spirit guides and to source, and they want you to know that. And the more grounded that you become and feel, the more you connect with them, is what I'm kind of getting from that. Wow. And this could also be one of the things that are necessary for you to continue to work on your manifestations and things like that. I'm really getting like divine guidance and stuff like that. Wow, this is pretty cool. Hmm. I like it. The divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, and God incidences. In other words, meaning that you guys are very, very, you're connected. You're locked in big time. And you guys are starting to learn that like the things that happen in your life are not just mere coincidences. Like they are actually orchestrated by the divine to happen exactly the way that they happen. We have Chamber of the Violet Flame, karmic release, radical transformation. Wow. Middle of the deck we have Halls of Amenti, initiation, secrets revealed. Yeah, definitely about karma. Treasures uncovered and initiations. There was something that had to be uncovered for you to get to this point, and this was all divinely orchestrated for you guys to be able to connect to source more. Don't know what that connection is just yet, but we're gonna tap into it now. So yeah, let's see what's going on with you guys. I see young Quirky was asking if they can get a message for them based on that star emoji. Um, I don't know how the lives work. I feel like you probably can scroll back. That would be what we were calling the stargazers at the 50-40 mark. But I don't know if you're able to scroll back during lives. I honestly don't know. And if not, if you would like to come back in a little while after I finish doing this reading, unless you want to stick around and stuff, I would greatly appreciate it if you would like to. But if you don't want to, just remember 50-40 was the timestamp, and I'm also going to put the timestamps in the comment section once I post this up in a little bit. So, yeah. Definitely greatly appreciate you guys for being here. You guys are awesome. Right, a couple more shuffles. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. Death. Endings, baby. Transformation, transmutation is what I also got. You know what's interesting? This Friday is Friday the 13th. Don't get scared of it. It's not a bad thing. But it's definitely giving like death and rebirth vibes. And it makes a lot of sense, right? Because we got like this, energy of alchemizing or alchemy. And we have you feeling safe and being connected to spirit. We have this energy of release too, along with like getting grounded. So yeah, this is like major endings, like, coming up, letting go, right? Of, look, as I'm saying, letting go. I was trying to put the card back, and then something told me to flip that card. Underneath the Ten of Swords is the Devil. So, yeah, something needed to be released. Yeah, for some of you, could have been like a friend group, or this is like something that's worth celebrating. I'm getting. It's gonna be different for everybody. I'm getting more. This was like something worth celebrating. Though, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I'm getting this is more like it was something worth celebrating, like getting out of whatever this was. We're gonna look deeper with the tarot. All right, Spirit, what's going on with the Feathers group? It could be a friend though, because it's interesting. I'm saying, oh no, I'm not really getting necessarily friends. I'm getting more like it's like a celebration. No, it could be a friend group. Because remember, I was saying I was hearing Heathers, even though your group is called Feathers. It could be that. It could have been a friend group, and you could have been being like divinely guided to remove yourself from a friend group. We're gonna look deeper into that. All right, Spirit. What else does the Feathers group have to hear? Damn, I kind of want to watch that movie. I gotta see if I can find it where it's streaming. I'm sure it's streaming on somewhere. That I'm gonna have to rent it for $4 or some shit. All right, let's see. I even remember like the cover of the tape or the VHS or whatever. All right, so for the recent past, we have, damn, same cards coming out along with the Six of Cups. Same cards that we just saw. So, yeah. Wow, look at that. So we got the Ten of Swords, the Devil, which we just saw, right? We saw those both like in juxtaposition with each other. Like they were, supporting the same card at one point. Or like, I saw them like back to back, basically. Along with the Six of Cups. So for some of you, this is somebody who you were really close to. It's giving me a disconnect between you and somebody. Possibly a friend. Or somebody who you knew for a long ass time. Like, I'm getting like, I would never expect this person to do me like that. That's what I'm hearing. Like, they did you dirty. You had to see the truth about this person. King of Swords. Some of you guys might have air in your chart. You had to see the truth about somebody. Yeah, and this hurt you. This was painful. This was a painful, rude ass awakening that you had to, see. And that's the goddamn truth. Ace of Swords. Come on now, Spirit. Thank you. Tell us more. But the thing is, I'm also, okay, I heard stealing ideas. This seems very specific. This is not going to be for everybody. For some of you, you guys might have worked with this person or something like that, or you share, like, let's say if you're a business owner or you were thinking about being a business owner, like you were trying, or even if you just work together, you guys would like, develop ideas or something like within a team dynamic, and they would try to take credit for your work. I'm getting something like that for somebody. Let me know if it resonates in the comments. Very interesting. What's the current energy for the feathers? So interesting, bro. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Temperance. You're learning how to find peace and balance within your circumstances. And I think a lot of that comes from you guys being protected. I'm getting like archangel type energy around you, possibly Archangel Michael. That's who I just picked up on, Archangel Michael. So you're learning how to find peace and balance within yourself, within your life. And it could be hard depending on your circumstances, because there could have been people in your life, including friends, who you thought that had your back, and they did not have your back the way you thought they did. And now here you are, trying to, regroup. And that's a hard position to be in. Yeah, the Tower here on the bottom of the deck. That's rough. Yeah, you had to see the truth again for what it was. And you had to, and I'm even getting like, I heard cutthroat. Like, you had to cut niggas off, bro. Niggas and bitches off. Like, if you want some bullshit, you gotta go. That's what I'm picking up on. Y'all were like, absolutely not. I'm not sticking around for this. Yep. You had to stand up on that shit, too. You had to stand up on that with this King of Wands. And there could be some fire energy going on here based on what I'm seeing, because we got Temperance energy, which is Sagittarius. We got Aries. Yeah, so there could be some fire in someone's chart somewhere, but I'm also getting air. So let me know if that resonates with any of you. But yeah, there's definitely this energy of, seeing things for what it's worth. And it's been a ride. Like, it's been rough, but it's been what's needed for you guys to really focus on regaining a sense of connectedness within yourself and with spirit. And, I'm also getting like them asking you to call on them when you're going through this, because I heard episode, like you're going through this episode, right? And it's like, it's giving me like you guys might have really liked dramas and stuff, like in like well, I don't know how old you guys are, but like for those of you who are around my age or older, or even like slightly younger, you might have watched like a lot of the drama shows like Monica Mars and like all these different shows, like on UPN and stuff like that back in the day. And I'm definitely getting like drama with friends, frenemies and stuff. I'm picking up on something like that. Let's get incoming energy for the collective. Let me know if that resonates at all. Yep, definitely time to cut those cords. Cut them out. Cut it out. If you know, you know. You know the reference. Cut it out. I want to see who knows. What show? Extra points if you... Yep, Full House, exactly. Let's say extra points if you know the character's name. But yeah, that was my show. When I was a kid, they used to call me Michelle Tanner. I'm like, oh, you guys are assholes. First off, I'm not white. You got a white girl name. I'm like, fuck you guys. Fuck you. Oh, man. I used to like envy my cousins who yep, Uncle Joey. I used to like envy all my cousins who had like the, you know, the black girl names. I'm like, I can't have a black girl name. I hated my name for so long. I really did. Hated it. Hated it. You guys know what that is from? I'm sure that somebody, Lati, she's gonna know. Hated it. But with these 2 snaps and a circa. And that is the truth. See, the thing is, you guys are seeing the truth about the circumstances, right? For those of you who are within that feathers group, you see the truth for what it is. And if you haven't seen it yet, you're gonna be like, fuck that. These are people, yep, in living color. You can do what you want to do in living color. So yes, I am getting that. You know, you guys are like, you know, it might not, again, it's not going to be pretty, right? This is going to be one of those things you have to really come to sorts with and be able to acknowledge the truth about your circumstances, about letting people go who you thought had your back, who you thought were like your ride or dies or whatever. And you're like, yeah, no, these niggas is sneaky. You know? You gotta skedaddle out of them circumstances. You can't stay there. These are people who will leave you impoverished. You know what I mean? They're going to constantly make you feel like you're just like, you're not progressing. They make you feel stuck. And it's like, yeah, we can't do that. We're moving on in this direction, right? Upward trajectory. And yeah, Spirit is like saying, nah, all done. We need people in our lives. I'm going to say we, because I resonate with this. Like, I resonate with the idea of having people that you, in my case, I thought, you know, had my back, and, you know, we're not those people at all, like not even remotely close. So some of you guys might really feel the same way. Because I have to ask Spirit, what is their advice for you guys? They're like, you gotta move forward, baby. Take action towards what it is that you want. Whether it's moving away from that situation, those people, whether it's just, you know, moving on with a sense of success. It's time to take action in your life. Yep. Yeah, that's what it is. Take action again, away from people who want to be in secret competition and shit with you. Fuck that. Fuck them. Wow, Spirit wasn't playing with that. With me hearing, that's crazy. Feathers, and I heard Heathers. There's a reason for that. I'm telling you, go watch that movie. Yeah. No, we're not doing this. This is not what we're not going to do. Fuck that. Use your judgment to move past what it is that you need to move past. That's confirmation. That is the advice that Spirit has for you. So we are going to get you guys an affirmation. Oh, these damn cards everywhere. Sorry guys. Where did I put them at? Underneath a box. That's why I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Yeah. Look. Let's hear again. Friendship. Told you. I'm telling you, that's crazy. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. The reason is for you to be able to learn how to use your fucking discernment. It's not about the blame game. We're not going to blame people. No, we're not doing that. We're going to learn, right? We're going to live and learn from our circumstances. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Exactly. Wow. You can't make this up even if you wanted to. Spirit is like, yep, it's about friendship. I just heard friendship. Instead of friendship, friendship. That's what I just heard. Friend shitting on you. All right, Spirit. So let's get an affirmation for those who resonated or picked the feathers group, or the feathers emoji, I should say. Again, I hope that you guys enjoyed this series of readings because it was 4 readings within one. I hope that, if you did pick, the one that resonated with you the most, that it was helpful. And if it wasn't your message, you can always check out the other ones to see, maybe, I want to say you picked the wrong one, but maybe there just could be a different connection that you were meant to make. And it happens. I do like pick reading and stuff like that. And sometimes I'm like, oh no, this is mine. And then like I'd be like, I reconvene. I'm like, I think this is the one I'm supposed to watch. And I go click on it, and then I'm like, that makes sense. So that's why meditating on the emoji is kind of good. Don't just automatically just pick one. It's okay to like pick like what your favorite one is and stuff like that, but sometimes like a little bit of meditation definitely helps. Yeah, see, grief. There's a grieving process involved here, right? It's hard to let go of people. That I feel like that's been a general theme throughout all of these readings. Like everybody's got like different things going on of the different readings that are here, but at the same time, one of the big things has been like grief and judgment and things like that, but just in different capacities. Understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And I'm getting that, when spread your wings, spread my wings and fly away to a place that I long for, and my heart will be the pathway, searching for love that's evermore. I just heard that. That might be somebody's song right there. What was the group's name? Troop, I believe. Troop. They were good. Whoop. Too many cards. Too many. But oh shit. What was the one that fell in my hand though? This is the only one that like slid in my hand. It was like this. This is the only one, and all the other ones fell on the side like that. And then look, relationship is there too. But we're gonna go with this one because this is the only one that fell like that. That's fucking crazy. Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Envious ass people in your energy who are your so-called fucking friends. You can't make this shit up. With this being the split, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Relationship factors, baby, as the main premise of this reading for you guys. As you're leveling up, I am a limitless being, and I can manifest. We talked about manifestations earlier. Manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. You can't make it up. It's all coming back full circle, baby. Monitor those fucking relationships that you have in your life because there's envy behind them. Yep. They feed off of your ideas, and it's time to change the cycle. Change it, baby, because for whatever reason, somebody is trying to take something from you, and you had to realize it, and you had to learn it the hard fucking way. And Spirit is like, look, we've been trying to tell your ass, but you ain't listening. So that could be why you might have, picked the feathers card. And we heard Heathers. So Heathers came out for a reason. Again, for those of you who are a little bit late to it, check out the whole reading as a whole if you want to. I'm going to put the timestamps and stuff up in a little bit if you want to come back to this. But if you're interested in what I'm talking about currently, it came in a little bit late. This group is for feathers, but I heard Heathers, and it's a movie from the late 80s. I believe it's like 87 or something like that, 88, something around there. And it's like one of those Lottie from Tears and Wheat Tarot show. She was just saying how it's like kind of like the original Mean Girls in a way. Like it was like definitely like one of those high school drama kind of, but it was a little bit darker than like your typical high school movie. It was, yeah, I remember it being pretty dark. Like there was death and stuff in it if I remember correctly. So I'm just saying, some of you might resonate with that. you've been having what you feel like a secret competition or something like that with a friend, you might want to check out this part of the reading. There are a lot of overlaps just in general throughout all of the readings. So some of you guys might, want to check out all of them. And that's all completely up to you. So to close out, I am going to do a quick little collective, very quick, not a lot at all. Friend, really? Hi. I'm still reading, honey. She's like, no, you're not. Now I want my cuddles with my mom. You want to say hi? Say hi. Say hi. Hello, everybody. I want to spend time with my mommy now. I love you. She'll be up in another 2 seconds. She's like, bitch, you started clearing off cars. I'm coming up. She's something else, this damn cat. I'm gonna do a quick collective, and then if you guys want to stick around, you can. If not, perfectly fine. I will love and appreciate if you guys stick around, but if you don't want to, totally understandable. So we're gonna do a quick collective to see what's going on with the overall energy, just to close everything out and wrap it up in a cute little bow. And that'll be it. As I just don't feel right just like ending it like how it just will feel a little bit weird to me. But again, for those of you who got your message for the the Pick-An-Emoji, let me know what you thought. Was this fun? Did you enjoy this content? This is new for me. I've never done it like this before, so I do hope that you guys enjoyed it. And if you're new, I hope that you decide to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Hit that like button, all that stuff. Stick around for this quick little collective message as well. That would be great. Yeah, so let's do a quick little collective for you guys. I'm going to use the Energy Oracle deck to start off this part of the reading. It'll be kind of similar to what I just did with all the other ones. Just a quick little pull maybe 3 cards from here, and then quick little 3-card spread, maybe like a little bit of advice, and that'll be it. I might even pull from the ancestor deck too, just to get maybe some insight from ancestors too. See what they want us to know. All right, so bottom of the deck we have 4th chakra Archangel Raphael here. Cool. So interesting. Something definitely about the heart chakra, a matter of the heart. I'm hoping that the heart is balanced. What we got here? That one flew out. So we have storm warning. This is given like essentially like the tower from this particular deck. So you might be going through like, I'm getting like possible like dark night of the soul energy for somebody. Yeah, door to spirit. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm picking up on. Here on the bottom of the deck. So it's like big things had to happen. Big endings that were about transformation and change. And it allowed for you to kind of lean closer towards spirit. And with those changes are going to come things like blossoming abundance, right? So, there's definitely like this light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing happening here. And you might feel weak from time to time, but they're like, this is a time to start feeling stronger within your sense of strength in terms of self. I'm getting something like that. Wow, see? Even you're feeling the energy too. I've been going through it too. Like I feel like I'm kind of sort of slowly coming out of it, because I was feeling like that for a while, and I was like, God damn, when is this shit gonna be over? Because I'm like, this is going on for a while, longer than I'm used to, and I'm like, damn, I need to get back to myself, But I don't even think there's gonna be a such thing as getting back to myself, because I feel like I can feel there's a transformation happening for me, and I don't feel like me, if that makes any sense. Like I feel like me, but not like me. I hope that makes sense. Like I know who I am in my essence, but there's certain aspects of myself that have been changing a lot, and I'm proud of those things that are changing, because there's things that I'm noticing about myself, patterns that I want to change and stuff like that. And I'm like promising myself, you're going to do better with this. We're going to work on that. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, people have noticed, like, they're like looking at me like, you look younger, you look brighter. Um, you seem happier. Like, I'm like, I don't know where any of that's coming from, but thank you. You know what I mean? So it's a nice thing, you know. So we're growing, right? We're expanding. After some tumultuous times is what I'm kind of getting. Yeah, the temple path. The path is being lit up. Where to head towards, where we're going, right? And Spirit's been, orchestrating this and guiding us along the way, is what I'm getting. Yeah. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink the process. Yeah, there's a lot of anxiety involved. I saw this while I was shuffling. Number 18 could be prevalent, or the number 9. Let me know if that resonates. But yes. Like, I just heard number 9. Number 9. Some of you guys might be Beatles fans. The White Album. There's a song called Revolution Number 9. Yeah. Severing ties from the things that no longer serve. Number 5 could be also prevalent too. Um, I'm also getting like taking off the mask, like being able to face yourself, like not like even what you put out to the world, right? Like we're talking about your self image now versus, what you put out there into the world, right? We all have an image that we kind of have to uphold to an extent. It's just, life. And I'm kind of getting that you guys are like in this energy of learning how to, you know, at least be really, really true to you. That mask has to come off. The things that we hide from ourselves. I'm getting shadow work. The things that we tend to hide from ourselves. Actually, there's a shadow deck card right there, isn't there? Or is it behind another deck? I might have to grab those. I feel connected to them, so I see the cards in my head. If I forgot what the side of the packaging looks like, and I don't have my glasses on, so I can see like the colors and stuff. I don't see the words, so that's how I know what's what. Blind ass nigga. I need to start wearing my glasses again. There we go. Attachment. So I heard attachment style too just now. Attachment style within relationships might be playing a factor. Interesting. The world. Closing out those old cycles, but still resisting change. So it's time to stop resisting, right? Part of the reason why you might be resisting is because you don't always feel fully safe. For Chakra Archangel Michael, I said something about him earlier. I believe it was in the feathers reading, and I was picking up on him. So I believe it was that one, yeah. And yeah, so it's like it's giving this energy of, there's maybe an insecurity or something, insecure attachments possibly to certain things and certain people that you're trying to release and let go of. Yeah. But don't let the smoke and mirrors confuse you and keep you feeling stuck and bound, right? Let's get one more from here. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up on shadow work. I am going to get that shadow work deck. Just gotta find them. Like I said, like I just see the colors and I'm like, okay, I know what that deck is. But then a lot of them like are already like kind of like dark, like on the sides and stuff, so then it makes it harder for me to find them. Is that them? It could be. Hold on one second, friends. I'll get there. I promise. Woman holding a heart. So there's some heart chakra energy going on. Well, it's not heart chakra. We did talk about heart chakra as well. In this particular situation, though, what I'm getting is there is a matter of the heart that definitely, kind of has impact in the circumstances. There we go. I was like, well, that's not the heart chakra card, but I'm picking up on it, and then what's on the bottom of the fucking deck? You can't make this up even if you wanted to. I'm telling you. Telling you. Yes, exactly. Emotional safety. That's right, Lati. Yep, root work. Yeah, indecision in the reverse. Like, I think they're saying, like, it's time for you to finalize a goddamn decision, whatever that is. We're gonna look deeper into it in a second. Yeah, no more thinking about it. Now it's time to be a person of action and move forward. Is what I'm kind of getting right now. All right, so let's see which uh deck do I feel drawn to for this one, for the reading now. Yeah, let's see. So let's do pretty similar energy to what we did before, like a 3 card spread, and then advice, and close it out with some last words from spirit about, what to do here, right? I'm gonna definitely pull from the one of my shadow work decks though. I have more than one. I've got like 3. Yeah, back and forth energy here with this 2 of Pentacles. Going back and forth, teeter tottering. Like, hey, Queen, what's up? It's been a while. I miss you. I love when my peoples come in who I haven't seen in a while. Like, excuse me. I'm just like, I'm very, very just like, I love you guys. Popping in. You guys are the best. Love y'all. All right, Spirit. What does the collective need to know? That's this closing message. Thank you. Ah, yes. Fears and anxieties, right? But it's also this energy of rest. They want you guys to work on your healing. That's what I'm getting. It's like, in the mindset that you might find yourself in with like the anxieties and stuff. They still want you to try to figure out a way to find rest within yourself. Comfortability is what I'm kind of getting. Like, you don't have to be stuck in, your head constantly and stuff like that, overthinking the process of healing and moving forward. Yeah, because you guys get in your head. 7 of Cups. It's one of those, yeah, they want you to put an end to that. It's one of those easier said than done kind of things. It's like, there's something that has to happen in terms of like an ending or something. You're prolonging it. And it's like, yeah, stop that. It's time to use your judgment, right? Your discernment about what it is that you've witnessed, the things that you know, and move forward is what I'm getting. Tell us more. What's the current energy? The energy. All right. Ooh, I like this. Okay. So we got 9 of Pentacles here. Nice. Right? This is the current. But it came out along with the 10 of Pentacles. So it's giving me like you guys are about to start working on yourself, your own independence and all that. And then there's going to be some type of like, wealth coming in. Like, and not necessarily just financial, but I think just across the board. Like you're going to, you're going to see like a downpour of just like all these things happening and changing in your life as you start to make these decisions to release the things that no longer serve you, after a period of feeling stuck, after a period of going through those emotional storms and things like that, and detaching from them, taking that false mask off and acknowledging who you are, how you really feel about everything that's been going on in your life. There's a spark here as well with this Ace of Wands. I love that. So it's like, creative energy, a spark, inspiration. I love that. Some of you guys might even like open up a business or something. Let me know if that resonates with any of you. Some of you guys might have been thinking about that, or like if not a business, then like a new career path. Wheel of Fortune. Holy smokes. You guys are doing the damn thing. I love this. Yeah, that wheel is turning in your favor, baby. And protect that at all motherfucking costs, because you've been through too much already, right? With this 9 of Wands, you've been through a lot. Uphill battles and all of that. They're like, look, we see all the hard work that you've already put into yourself and what you've been trying to work towards. We see that you're trying to do better for yourself. We see that you're trying to release, but you have to just continue on that path and don't hold on to those things anymore, even if it's the things that are part of yourself that you're shedding, right? And that's why this is that energy of like, it's giving like dark night of the soul. Some of you guys have been possibly very, very ill recently. Like I'm getting flu, COVID, really bad stomach problems, bad headaches, like just feeling like absolute fucking shit. And you're just like, what the hell's going on with me? And the reason why you're going through this is because you're upgrading. And Spirit is like, look, the more that you get in alignment with yourself and rely on Source to help guide you through all of this, and you detach from the things that you know you need to detach from, whatever that means for you, because it's going to look different for everybody, you're going to see so much shit start to happen and change in your life. You're going to be like, holy crap, where did all this come from? It comes from the hard work that you put into yourself. That's where it comes from. So keep it up. Keep it up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on this part of the journey. It's all happening a certain way for a reason. Okay? Tell us more. The Tower. So we got the storm warning, and then we got the Tower here officially. So they're like, yeah, there's definitely some shit happening. Some shit can, shaking up in your life. But just know, it's coming with a, not even with a price. It's coming with, there's a price to pay, but the price is you shedding. But look, success and victory at the end of all of this. They recognize your hard work. You see how the camera is having a hard time focusing on that card? The other cards didn't do that. There's a reason for that. It's because you can't see sight of this right now. You don't see it. But they're trying to give you that guidance. They're trying to help you get that like tunnel vision. Keep pushing forward. They want you to not give up on yourself. Get out of your head. Don't lose sleep over this. Okay? Be confident in yourself at this time, Queen of Wands. Be confident in yourself. Stand on it, because you got this. Any advice from here, Spirit? And I'm going to look at that shadow work deck. I'm definitely picking up on that too. That's a closing message. Death. Gotta let it all go. It's giving ego death. It's giving, this is the end of all. And I said it a little while ago. This Friday is Friday the 13th. So there's something about that. You have to make a decision. You cannot allow yourself to be indecisive about what it is that you need to do. Cutting all that shit out. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. I'm telling you. If your emotions are one of those things that, because we got woman holding the heart, which is the equivalent of the Queen of Cups. So it's like, yeah, your emotions might be that thing. Don't let that get the best of you. It's time to use your intuition. It's time to go towards where you're meant to go. I am going to look for those shadow work cards. Give me 1 second, guys, while I find them. Sorry. Let's see. This one? Yep. Wow. I didn't know which card it was because it doesn't say shadow work on the side. But I was like, I feel like it's these. And lo and behold, it was. Because there was another deck that looks very similar on the side. I was like, is it those or is it these? Like, it literally does not say shadow work there. But I was like, I think it's these. And I picked them up right on cue. So, yep. Spirit was like, yep, that's exactly what you're meant to read about. Okay, so let's get maybe 3 cards from here. And then a message from ancestors and a message from Source, and then that will be the end of the reading. I do hope that you guys resonated with this. Those of you who came a little bit later and didn't get to see the breakdown of the emoji readings, when I post this, I'm going to put the timestamps for everything, so you can check out the reading then if you would like. But yes, let's see. And like I said, for those of you who popped in and stuck around, grateful for you. If you came later, still grateful for you. I don't care if you stayed on for just a few seconds. I'm just super happy that you guys are here. So thank you all for being here. We have self-sabotage on the bottom of the deck. Destruction, doubt, and survival habit. I just heard forged in the fire. Interesting. So let's get like 3 cards from here. This music sounds like something that my dad would have played back in the day. This is like lo-fi, but like some of the chords that I just heard on the piano, like if my dad had like his electric piano, sounds like stuff my dad would have done. Hold your inner child. Wow. Love, safety, and reparenting. Now, ironically, didn't I say something about that? Like, what reading was it earlier? Was it the star? I think it was the stargazers. We were talking about reparenting and nourishment and or nurturing and all that stuff. Could be kind of going back to that a little bit, but yes. So some of you guys could be going through something with a mother figure or parents, family. Could explain why that 10 of Pentacles is there. There's a lot of stuff going on. Bottom of the deck, be gentle with yourself, self-compassion, permission, and softness. Softening up to being able to, love yourself more. I heard the word embodiment. Let's get 2 more from here. Violet flame. Yes. Reclaim the lost self, identity, power, and soul retrieval. Yes. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Yep. Really coming into your own, right? As you go through this. It's definitely giving like dark night of the soul. And that's literally what happens during the dark night of the soul. You have a new sense of identity within yourself. You it's new, but then there's parts that are still familiar, right? But you're detaching from the things that aren't working anymore in your favor. And that's the part that's kind of hard sometimes to kind of wrap our heads around, because it's like it's an ego death. So it's like, okay, so who am I now? And trying to regain that sense of understanding. That sense of understanding, right? A big thing here. Rejection, unworthiness, shame, and dismissal. Maybe some of you guys are worried about how other people are going to perceive you through all of this, especially if it's like a family thing or something like that. A lot of different things going on. I'm also like getting, don't reject yourself, right? Like you're not broken, you're just healing. Doesn't mean you're broken. So as you work on that sense of, releasing the shame, releasing the sense of feeling unworthy, you start to welcome in, that's why like that, that inner child could be important. Like maybe some of you guys felt a lot of like that neglect or rejection as a child, and you're still kind of navigating that part of how you feel about yourself. A lot of emotions involved here. This definitely is kind of going back to that Stargazer reading. Let me know if you did watch that and if it resonates. Control loop. Micromanaging, anxiety, and fear of chaos. Yeah, trying to control the narrative. You can't control the narrative. The narrative is what it is. So, I know I said 3 from here, but I'm going to get 1 more. 2. Okay. Oh, 3. Okay, Spirit. Okay. Control loop, micromanaging, anxiety, and fear of chaos. Along with envy, interesting. Lack, comparison, and resentment. So there could be a comparison to others that you might face sometimes, or other people have compared you to people and stuff, or they compare themselves to you. Getting a lot of different things there. And performer, image management, validation addiction, and emotional split. Very interesting. It goes back to the attachment card with the mask coming off, right? You might put on a show for other people, trying to, maybe pacify people or something like that. Well, this is not the time to try to control the narrative. The only thing you can control is yourself and how you react to all this stuff and what you do from there. Don't be envious of others and don't worry about people who are envious of you, is what I'm getting. Hero, over functioning, martyrdom, and burnout. Like, don't burn yourself out trying to impress everybody and shit like that. Fuck that. You know, we ain't gonna be Captain Sable over here. Like, we gotta do what we gotta do for ourselves. Yeah, numb one, disconnection, emotional freeze, and avoidant coping. Yeah, I did say something about I forgot what reading it was, but I talked about attachment styles. I feel like it was the Stargazer reading. But you know, when I read, I kind of zone outside. I honestly don't remember. I know, like, I've said things, like I remember phrases, but I don't necessarily remember when I said it and stuff like that. Um, Fixing isn't healing, exactly. Boundaries, that's like that mask energy too. Boundaries, self-focus, and release. So when you heal, it's not about fixing anything, right? Look at the, you know, there's like a bust here and he's trying to, like, or a bust rather. There's a bust here and he's trying to fix it. And it's like, you can't. What is what is. Like, you can't. No, it doesn't work like that. That's not how healing works. We don't just put caulk and clay and stuff over the cracks, right? That's not how it works. You're just putting a band-aid over the situation or sweeping shit under the rug. You have to go with the flow. You have to feel the emotions. You have to work on the process of healing. And yes, it's a fucking clusterfuck of shit that we don't want to deal with, right? Hence the tower, hence the storm warning. But it's a part of the process. So understand, this is the shadow work, right? This is the shadow side coming in and speaking and saying, hey, this needs to be addressed. So what does that look like for you? It's going to look different for everybody, right? As we're talking about releasing, right? Autumn, release the old and rest. They want you to rest. They want you to take care of yourself during this process. Confirmation again. They want you to rest. Along with medicine mother, honor your inner knowing. You guys are very, very intuitive folks, for sure. And for those of you who are, like, very, very intuitive individuals who are possibly readers yourself, or very spiritual folks, you're going through a process right now. And I just messed up with the shuffling of the cards, so I put them in the wrong direction, but it's fine. I will fix them later. I hate when I do that. But yeah, so, I'm definitely getting energy of people who might be also, trying to help other people with their, you know, healing, and as they heal, they want to help other people and all that. Spiritual people, so on and so forth. Psychics, so on and so forth. So some of you might resonate with that. Let me know if that makes sense to you. I just saw the snake card, which is about shedding. All right, so let's get a message from here. One or two messages. Medicine guardian, be open to healing information. Right, that makes sense. You guys are in the healing process, right? So this is a time to focus on, healing information. When you receive that healing information, whether it's like you're going to therapy, or you're doing your own research about things you could be doing for yourself about physical ailments. I'm getting a lot of different messages, so bear with me, because I did mention, like, some of you guys might have been dealing with physical ailments recently. This is a good time to start researching those kind of things if you are. I'm also getting somebody might be trying to learn more about, like, naturopathic medicine and stuff like that, and herbs and stuff, like herbology and stuff. Let me know if that resonates with anyone. That's striking a chord with me right now. We have the sun here. Enjoy success and happiness. I love that. All right, so let's get one or two from here, and then we're going to close out with a message from Spirit to close everything up. But this message is from the ancestors and what they want you to know. This has been really fun. I'm happy I decided to do this. Wasn't sure. I was like, should I? But this was a good one, I think. So if you guys enjoyed it, and I really hope you did. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking around, and being active. All right, so we have 3 cards that came out. We have Heart Guardian. All this heart energy, I'm telling you. Love and let yourself be loved. Exactly. So stop beating yourself up, you know. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. I guess I keep hearing that. Like I'm getting people who are like, you know, overly opinionated about themselves, and just you gotta let that go. It's time to let that go. Stag, trust and thrive. Love that. Trust the process, right? Trust yourself through this process. Trust that you're safe through this process. We have wise one that came out too. Grow within your current sorry, I was about to say circumstances. It says situation. Grow within your current situation. You know, you're gaining wisdom throughout all of this. I'm also getting like there could be like a passed down maternal figure, like a grandmother, an auntie, a mom who's like with you. They might have had really, really long hair, maybe with some gray in it. There could be some Native American ancestry. Let me know if that resonates with anyone in the comment section. Water guardian, connect with your emotions. But keyword connect with, right? Connections need to be, you know, secure attachments. So if you have an insecure attachment with your own emotions, that can be maladaptive. So getting your emotions in line and in check. I'm getting that somebody might have a underactive or overactive heart chakra. Look into what that looks like and what it means, and let me know later down the line if you would like. If you would like to share that information, or just do it for yourself. See what shows up. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. That's on the top of the deck here. And in the middle, we have Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. You guys are very gifted, very talented, very wise, and they want you guys to be able to utilize those strengths to, you know, navigate. I just heard the word circumvent, circumvent the circumstances that you're in. Yeah, see, you gotta let go. Think you gotta let it go. Looks like another little TKO. Release and surrender all control and let nature take its course. We have here, along with spiritual teacher. Did I not say that I'm getting somebody who's meant to like help other people heal based on what they've been through? Healing energy, like wounded healer type shit. You are being guided to step into your role as a spiritual teacher. That's not going to be for everybody, but if it resonates, and take that message and do something with that, because you're definitely meant to serve a higher power and purpose than what you might be doing currently, or they want you to, you know, dive deeper into that, because you are meant to serve a higher purpose here, in whatever capacity that looks like for you. So take the knowledge that you've gained and do something with it. A couple more shuffles, and we're going to get one or two from here to close out, and that will be the end of the reading. Surrender is here again on the bottom of the deck. All right. So let's get like maybe two. I think two to suffice to close out. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Ooh, I like that. Authentic self-expression. Going back to taking off the mask, right? Be true to who you really are, and life will change in the most amazing ways. How does that not go back to everything we just fucking said? Tell me it doesn't, guys. For those of you who have been watching this part of the reading, the collective message. Yeah. Look, creative projects. Did I not say something about that as well? I was picking up on something about that. There's also some overlap. I was saying this before. Like there's some overlap from some of the previous readings. So if some of the stuff was not in this part of the reading, please bear with me. But there are things that are showing up now that are reminiscent of the stuff that came up before. This could have been more geared towards like the feathers, stuff that we were talking about, and how we were picking up on heathers, right? Yeah, dark. Did I not say though? Now this is about this. For sure. Dark Night of the Soul. I was like, I'm getting Dark Night of the Soul energy, and here it is in the flesh or in a card. You are in the midst of a spiritual awakening. Now that solidifies everything. Middle of the deck, spiritual growth. You are currently experiencing a lesson required for your spiritual evolution. I'm telling you. And somebody's meant to work on something creatively, and all of this is meant to help you in some kind of facet. So I'm getting, for some of you who are resonating a lot with this portion of the reading, this collective stuff, you might want to watch the feathers portion of the Pick-An-Emoji, because there was energy about that, about like, you know, having ideas and stuff, and maybe people stealing your ideas and stuff like that. That might resonate with you. I'm gonna get one more from here because I just feel guided to. But I mean, I would say like this really was like the end all be all for the information that you needed to know, because that was what I was picking up the whole time of this part of the reading. Dark Night of the Soul, right? And we have support team. 2 minds are better than 1, 3 minds are better than 2, and 4 minds are unstoppable. Yep. Healing with nature. Remember I was talking about like naturopathic medicine and stuff like that? Your soul yearns to be outside in nature around healing waters, flowers, and trees. Wow. A lot of resonance and synchronicities and stuff happening here that go back to like even the earlier readings. Universal mind. You are about to receive the solution to your problem or concern. The spirit's going to guide you, which we got that energy before. And parting ways. You're avoiding it though because it's in the reverse in the deck for a reason. I just flipped it. It may be time to move on from this person or situation. You have to let go. Easier said than done, right? We definitely got that energy of something that's like kind of, you know, really like resting on your heart, that you're like, I have a hard time detaching from this. And spirit is like, it's time to let it go. So with all of that said, my loves, I do hope that you guys resonated with this series of readings. That was a quick little collective for you guys, but I hope you resonated with that. And then if you guys didn't get a chance to check out the Pick-An-Emoji readings, I'm about to post this up, and I'm gonna put timestamps so you guys could, you know, hit that notification bell if you're new, or if you just haven't hit the notification bell yet, so that way you know when I post this up, and you could check it out. You could watch it from the beginning, or you could, you know, just pick, you know, what emoji that you felt connected to. If for some reason you felt like it wasn't your reading, you can check out the other ones too and see what goes on from there. But with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was different and new for me. So I definitely enjoyed doing this. So I think I might add this to the repertoire of readings that I might start doing. I was just saying earlier, maybe adding like element readings and actual like all sign readings and stuff like that as well at some point or another. And of course, personals. I know you guys always are interested in learning more about that, so I'm working on it. You know, I'm planning it out. So with all that said, I love you guys. Have a great rest of your night. I might come back on tomorrow. You never know. So that's why I gotta hit that notification bell so you know when I'm on. So until next time, my lovies, you guys have a great rest of your night, and yeah, stay put so that you guys know when I post this up, because it should be in the next few minutes. Love you guys. Bye.